Actually, the thing is that, when you learn grammar and you think that by learning grammar you can speak very good English, so this is a total myth. You cannot speak very good spoken English.
If we start speaking, and at that time even we think about the grammar, so at that time we get difficulty for making the sentence because we think about the grammar. At that time we get frustrated and nervousness, so that is why we can't think of speaking. Learning is a long journey. It can't
Yeah,
give you only means result only one day or 2 days, 2 days,
yeah,
because
yeah.
it is needed practice. Some people say like for how much days, in how much day I will learn English, speaking English. But I simply tell them it is the process. Learning language is not like a piece of cake. Easily we can
Yeah,
means it gradually comes as you learn. As
yeah,
if I compare ourselves with the native speakers, so they learn from their childhood through the action. Whatever they speak, they also do the same activity. Like I am having milk,
exactly.
I am having my breakfast and other things. So their activities they do, whatever they do, they speak also they do as well. So, and
Yeah,
we
exactly.
are just, yeah, we are here just speaking. So through the conversation, we just imagine the action. Like through that action, yeah, such action could be happen by us, and then we just imagine by speaking. So that is the main difference. We can imagine by reading, listening, and speaking. So such the
Yeah, yeah.
that is the main difference between us and native speakers. So we can imagine. That is why it takes time.
I'm very happy, Rakesh, that you have been working on this language because this language is very sweet. And the more you work on it, the better you find yourself. Like the thing is that this language has so much variant in it that the
Hmm.
more you learn it, you find that there are so many things yet to learn. But the most important thing is that if one is really willing to learn English, then it's possible. Otherwise, if you take it lightly, that yes, for one day you are becoming very passionate about learning something, the other day you're forgetting about it, thinking, no, 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 no. Okay, I've done it tomorrow, just put it off for tomorrow. I've done it today and let's put it off for tomorrow. So it's not going to work. You have to be regular. So whatever work you do, if you do it consistently, then it's going to work for you. Otherwise, it will not work. My part is that, what I do that whenever I get time, whenever I get time, wherever I am, I
Hmm.
always use my time, like reading something. I always do, like sometimes I read books or novels or magazines, whatever comes in my way. I try to utilize my time.
There is one quote of Bruce Lee which I want to share here. Like life itself is your teacher. You are in the way of constant learning. That is
Yeah,
the thing we
exactly.
have.
Yeah. Every moment of life, we are learning something. It doesn't matter whether somebody is elder to you or younger to you. It doesn't matter. You can learn from everyone.
Oh,
Yeah,
can you
are
hear
you
me?
listening to
Can you?
me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So it's nice to connect with you. Was
Yeah,
I
same
also,
here.
yeah, yeah, some videos on YouTube as I also visited on your YouTube channel. Yes, its name is
Yeah,
English. Yeah, as you sent me the
yeah.
link, so I visited thoroughly, and I found it very means, attractive. Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
yeah, and also I think you teach grammar on that channel.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
have
I
one more
also
channel. Yeah, I have two
okay,
channels actually. One is for
okay,
grammar. That is Rekha
okay,
Datta English classes. Yeah,
hmm, okay, good, good.
thank you. So,
So from that video, as you sent me the link, so I came to know about you. Like you are also an English teacher, and
yeah,
till you were in Hindi medium, you were from Hindi medium background, and after that you took subject in and
Yeah.
BA in BA.
No, no, in B.A. M.A. both.
Okay, in BA and MA as a English literature you did it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So yeah, if you can I introduce myself?
Yeah, yeah. Please introduce
Yeah.
yourself.
Okay, okay. So my name is Rakesh and I am from Ahmedabad. And currently I have been working in chemical company as environmental executive. And
Okay,
I want to improve my communication skill as well as fluency in English. I want to polish on my English, so that is why I use certain apps like Cambly, Clapping Go, and also I have
okay,
conversation with the different people. And I have also my one YouTube channel, as I think you
okay.
know, it is Learn English with
Yeah,
Rakesh.
I know. Yeah, yeah. I watched it today only. Yeah.
Uh,
Uh, so let me tell you one thing. I'm just going to ask you a question that you are connected with Clapping Go and one more, that is paid conversation institution. What's the name of that?
Clapping Go, Clapping Go.
Clapping Go. And other one is
Ingvarta.
Cambly.
Yeah,
Ingvarta.
Cambly,
Okay.
sometime now I have not taken, but for a week I have not been using that because of
Okay.
some other. And but I use once in a week I take class on both application on Cambly as well as on Clapping.
Okay. So it's a payable institution, I think, payable app, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
you need
payable.
to pay money for that.
Yes, yes, we need to pay money.
Okay. So how many sessions do you have in a week?
In a week, just I take one class per week.
Okay, okay. By different teachers, you know.
Different experts are there. On Klepinko, all the experts are Indian. So
Okay,
I,
okay.
yeah, we get connected with them. Yes.
Yeah,
Mm.
okay. So it is your own choice that you can select your own teacher or what?
Yeah, yeah. It is our choice that with whom we want to talk, we can easily book with them, book session with them, and we can talk with them.
Okay,
For 15
okay,
minutes.
okay.
The session is like
Okay.
for 15 minutes, for 25 minutes. So according to your
Yeah.
convenience, we can, our convenient, we can book the session. Yeah.
Okay. So it depends on your time. They don't give you time. You take your own time, isn't it?
Yeah, 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 yeah. It is
Yeah.
like on
It's
the
your
subscription. Yeah, subscription table.
okay.
As we can take 15 minutes subscription or 25 minutes subscription according to our convenient and budget. Yeah.
Okay, okay, Rakesh. So I'm very happy that you are so passionate learner, and surely you can speak very good English very soon. And you are speaking right now.
Thank you.
So thank you,
Thank you for the compliment.
thank you. So
Yeah, that's my journey. If I talk about more myself, like in past, I was means it was difficult to talk with the people for me. So means whenever I got to the interview, as I think you know, I completed my BE in the field of environmental engineering. So
okay,
I am also from Hindi medium background. So after
okay,
completing my graduation, I was not as good to speak in English. I was feeling nervous whenever I got went to give interview. So I thought I should improve my English. And during lockdown, I thought I should take subscription some other online platforms, and then I can practice of my speaking English journey. In past, I also joined one classes where I learned rules and grammar of English, but
okay,
even learning after grammar, it could not work for me. So that is why I thought to use some other apps to talk with the people, so that I get connected
okay,
with the foreigners as well as some Indian tutors, so that I can improve
okay,
myself.
okay. No, no, actually, the thing is that, when you learn grammar, and you think that by learning grammar you can speak very good English. So this is a total myth, you know. You cannot speak very good spoken English, you know, when you learn grammar, because grammar is totally different things. It makes you
Mm.
understand what is a structure of a sentence. You get to
Yeah,
know about a sentence when you write something. So it is very much needed when you are appearing for some competitive exam
yeah.
and you want to write something. But for spoken part, grammar is not very much needed, but still you must have the basic knowledge of grammar.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, at the beginning says if you are just speaking and if you are means not have that experience, it is okay. But gradually we have to learn the grammar because it is also important, like speaking in correct way. Because if you
Yeah,
are
yeah,
on the like higher level in any organization and if you use incorrect grammar on writing email or like presenting something, so it gives
yeah,
like bad
absolutely.
impression. Yeah, that is why like
And
grammar is yeah.
one more thing is there that like if you're speaking, it's okay. You can learn speaking by observation and by practice. But you
Hmm.
can understand that the person sitting in front of you is speaking right or wrong. That can
Hmm.
be understood only if you know grammar.
Yeah.
If you have command over grammar, at once you can understand the person sitting in front of you is able to speak good English or not. So that is why grammar is needed. So, but the thing is that if you're thinking of learning the advanced level grammar, you know, being a beginner, so it's not important for you. You must learn the basic
Yeah.
things like parts of speech, then active passive voice, direct indirect. These are the things, you know, which makes you understand the structure of a sentence. You can get to know about this thing.
Hmm. Yeah. 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 Right. Right. Yeah. So that is why, like, if we start speaking, and at that time, even like we think about the grammar, so at that time we get difficulty for making the sentence because we think about the grammar. At that time, we get like frustrated and nervousness. So that is why we can't think of speaking.
Yeah. No, when you think, you don't need to think about the sentence, like what you are saying, whether it is noun or verb. Just speak
Mhm.
whatever comes in your mind. You know,
Yeah.
initially it would be a kind of conscious effort which you are putting, but slowly, you know, you will find that everything has become very convenient to you because speaking comes from speaking only. So you,
Yes.
if you speak a lot, you know, you can understand the differences, you know, in a very short period of time. Just what you need to do, just give yourself 15 to 20 minutes daily without fail. So if you're able to do it, you find that, you know, in 1 month you will get to know about the differences, you know. You can understand, no, I can understand grammar. Sorry, I can understand the sentence. I can speak out without putting much effort into it. Initially, you are putting efforts, you know, to make sentences or construct sentences, but gradually it will come to your mouth spontaneously. You don't need to put so much effort into it, but things would come only by practicing.
Practicing, speaking practice. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So
So,
nowadays, yeah. Please continue.
I was asking, how long have you been on this thing, like English speaking? For how long?
Speaking since like lockdown last year. So I can say 1.5 year. It has been 1.5 year since when I
Okay.
started practicing on my communication skill and practice on polishing my English. So I think I can say easily it has been 1.5 year.
So in 1.5 year, you have reached to this place where you can communicate with other person. That's very good.
Yeah, yeah.
That's very nice, you know.
Because yeah, I
Give it a
think
yeah,
learning is a long journey. It can't like
yeah,
give you only means result only 1 day or 2 day, 2 days
yeah,
because
yeah.
it is needed practice. Some people say like for how much days in how much day I will learn English, speaking English. But I simply tell them it is the process. Learning language is not like a piece of cake. Easily we can
Yeah,
means it gradually comes as you learn. As
yeah,
if I compare ourselves with the native speakers, so they learn from their childhood through the action. Whatever they speak, they also do the same activity. Like I am having milk,
exactly.
I am having my breakfast and other things. So their activity they do, whatever they do, they speak. Also they do as well. So, and
Yeah,
we are
exactly.
just, we are here just speaking. So through the conversation, we just imagine the action. Like through that action, yeah, such action could be happen by us, and then we just imagine by speaking. So that is the main difference. We can imagine by reading, listening, and speaking. So such the
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
that is the main difference between us and native speakers. So we can imagine that is why it takes time.
yeah. Actually, what happens, the Rakesh, that when we speak in Hindi, we think in Hindi. And when we speak in English, we think in Hindi, then we convert it into English and then we speak. So that is the,
Mm,
it's a big shortcomings, on our part. So
mm,
what we should do?
mm,
First, we should think in English and without converting it into English, we should deliver whatever comes in our mind, you know so rather wasting our time in converting and translating in our mind, if we do it directly, so it's rather, beneficial for us. So this is the main differences, between native speaker and us. So
yeah, yeah, you are
I
right.
actually, I'm very happy, Rakesh, that you have been working on this language, because this language is very sweet, and the more you work on it, the better you find yourself. Like the thing is that this language has so much variant in it, that the
Mm,
more you learn it, you find that there are so many things yet to learn. Like what
mm,
I
yeah,
do that, yeah, every day I learn at least 2 to 3 phrases, idioms, and what the native speaker speaks. I try to, the thing is that when you are learning those idiom and phrases, what you
mm,
need to do is you need to use those things frequently in your conversation, whether some words or vocabulary or some phrases. If you keep on using those things, it just remains in your mind forever. It's etched in your mind. But what happens, we people, when we find some new words or some new phrases, what we do that we just write those things in our diary, and
mm,
that remains forever there. We don't
yeah,
ever have time to look at them. So whenever we get time, we just flip the pages and we see, yeah, it's something is written over there.
yeah.
Then again, for a long time, we forget those things. So, what is the use of this type of learning when you are not using those things? So I always suggest my, viewers that if you're willing to learn some new words and vocabulary, just keep it for one day only. Like for whole one day, you have learned only one word, one phrase. That is really enough for you. Understand?
Mm,
So at the end of the day, you will find that that word and phrase has graved in your mind. It has it etched in your mind. So it will remain there forever. And
yeah,
whenever you use, when the right time come for you to use that word, immediately you can
yeah,
use it.
yeah.
So
It's also like in past I used to do same thing. I just write, and I was not able to use such a word in my conversation. So that was the biggest mistakes which I did. So, like I thought, instead of using, just try to understand about one word and try to those that word in my conversation. Because through the conversation,
exactly.
if we use in the conversation, so after that, even after that, means through the conversation we can understand about the vocabulary and words where we have to use. So that's the thing we can do to grasp the different vocabulary and words. in our conversation. Yeah.
That's the thing.
Hmm.
So, what is your future planning? So, are you going to open some institution for spoken part or spoken English or
No, not yet. I don't think to open just as I started my YouTube journey. So I think people can learn. People can't face the difficulty which I faced in past. So I think through my YouTube channel I can motivate people through for learning English, because in India most of the people don't get such environment of speaking English, so that they
exactly?
can
Yes.
imagine the situation. And that is the biggest, like we can't get the environment, and that is the biggest means problem for us. That is, I
Yeah.
think we can make that environment and we can speak together. And through the speaking we can imagine the situation and we can learn how to speak in English. That's the thing.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
yeah, so that's the thing I
But
thought. And
the most important thing is that if one is really willing to learn English, then it's possible. Otherwise, if you take it lightly, that's yes, for one day you are becoming very passionate about learning something. The other day you're forgetting about it, thinking, though, no, no, no. Okay, I have done it tomorrow, just put it off for tomorrow. I've done it today and let's put it off for tomorrow. So it's not going to work. You have to be regular. So whatever work you do, if you do it consistently, then it's going to work for you. Otherwise, it will not work. So the learners which are really, really very passionate about learning English, very, very, you know, they have this kind of enthusiasm, in them, then only they can be able to speak English. Otherwise, it's not a cup of tea that you think that's just like you've used a phrase now. It's not a the
piece of
word.
piece
Yeah,
of
piece
cake.
of cake. It's not a piece of cake or bed of roses. Understand? It's not something which you can get easily. You need to put lots of effort into it. Then only it can be possible. Yeah.
Yes, people say like listening and reading help you, but until you and unless you don't start speaking, it could not help you. It can't help you more. So you have to start speaking, and then you have to make effort for speaking. Then and then you will get the fluency. Because
Yeah, yeah.
in college or in school, yeah, in college and in school, we miss we read, but we could not imagine the situation that what exactly it has been saying to us, what exactly it has been written in the paragraph. Because as from the Hindi medium background, we could not understand what exactly we just read it. Yeah, for read, just we read it and completed that. But as it came to understanding, we found it difficulty to understand that. So that is why if you are at beginner level, if you speak even wrong sentence and you make wrong you frame wrong sentences, so good, through the practice we can learn, and through the practice we can grasp the vocabulary and different kind of the structure of the grammar.
Yeah, absolutely. You can speak good English if you practice. But the thing is that reading and writing, there are four skills and three other skills like listening and reading and writing. These skills also work for you to make content. Understand? So until and unless you listen something, you cannot make the content. Until and
Mm,
unless you write something, you cannot be spontaneous to write something. You cannot, like, if you're not putting so much pressure on your brain, how can you write? So for
mm,
writing and for speaking, you need to have lots of content, and that is only possible if you uh,
mm.
pay your more attention to these three skills too. It's
Yeah,
good,
get
it's
it.
okay, and it's very essential to speak in English. But apart from speaking English, reading, writing, and listening are very important to make the
Yeah,
content.
yeah.
And
Along
it
with
is
that,
really,
you have, yeah. Along
yes,
with that, you
yes.
can practice so that you can get exposure of speaking.
Yeah,
because through the
exactly,
listening
exactly.
or writing or reading, we can get exposure.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah,
Even it's
yeah.
very unfortunate on our part that our students, what they do, that when they read something, I'm talking about Hindi medium students, they when they read something, like some books are there which are prescribed to them, what they do that instead of getting to know the sentences, what they do
Hmm.
that they put more emphasis on the question answer. They think that if I am able to write the right answer, then okay. What is the need of getting through the book? You're going through the book. For them, the
Hmm.
cramming is the most important thing for them. But this is really, it's not done. You are not supposed to do only the cramming thing, because when you read a sentence, like if we take one paragraph, okay, so in one paragraph you will find that there are lots of things to learn. In one
Hmm.
paragraph, you if you put much effort into it, you will find, and if you get the right teacher, you find that there's a subject, there is a verb, there's an
Hmm.
object that must be noun or pronoun.
Hmm.
Everything is there. Then there are some phrases, some conjunctions, some interjunctions. So all parts of a speech you get to know in one paragraph. So if
Hmm.
you get a suitable or fine teacher, they will let you know that, yeah, these are the things which you must know. When I
Hmm.
teach my student, what I do that I always tell you that try to read the paragraph, go
Hmm.
through the book. It will not going to work that if you only mug up the answer and you are answering the the questions, not going to work for you.
Hmm.
You need to understand the thing. Lots of things are there to learn for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Rakesh, one more thing I would tell you that most of the teacher, they suggest you that you should read newspaper. But I would say, this is my own experience, that newspaper reading is not helpful to you. Why? Because they actually use different type of language. They have some
Hmm.
a particular type of language, a kind of language which they use professionally. So you cannot learn anything until and unless you
Hmm.
reach to that advanced level. For the
Hmm.
beginners, it's okay that you watch YouTube channel, you read storybooks, you get lots of things you will get in your mobile phone. That is helpful to you. Not reading newspaper and the higher label magazines. These are not going to help you in any
Yeah,
way.
yeah. Also, at the beginning level, when we read newspaper and professional candidates, the higher kind of language they use in the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
newspaper.
It's not going to
At
help
that
you.
time, we get obstruction in our mind. In which sense it has been written, and which sense it has been like speaking to us. So we can't imagine the situation. So that is the biggest difficulty. So that is
You
why
need
I
to
am
learn
speaking.
the daily language, the day-to-day language. That's all.
Hmm.
Not the higher level language. We are not able to get anything, but you are still, reading those things. You get to know the daily language that you can do by practicing a lot, by putting your best effort into it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so you asked me about my planning for the future. So, as
Yeah.
currently I work, and along with that, I have been pursuing industrial safety course as well. It is for safety purpose in the for the employers and
Okay.
other people. Yeah, in the industry.
Okay.
So, last semester is due to pandemic. Last semester's exam is remaining. So tentatively it would
Okay.
be taken in next month. So after
Okay.
completing that exam, I will apply myself as a EHS officer in any organization. And so
Very
because of
good.
that,
Very
I will
good.
have to improve my communication skill as well as I have to polish on my English. So that is why I just get exposure of English. I just speak more and more to improve myself because
Yeah.
there I will have to present the topic on the means or different kind of safety topics to the people.
Yeah.
I will have to make them explain like it is this that and most of the Miss
Yeah, yeah,
English
yeah,
language
yeah. That is very much
use.
needed.
That
Yeah,
is, yeah,
yeah,
that
yeah,
is why I just work. That is my short
yeah.
term goal. That is
Okay.
my short term.
So no,
Mm.
okay, okay. Surely you are going to, do good in your life. And
Thank you.
as for I consider, my part is that, what I do that whenever I get time,
Mm.
whenever I get time, wherever I am, I
Mm.
always use my time, like reading something. I always do, like sometime I read books or novels or magazines, whatever comes in my way. I try to utilize my time. And whenever I find some new words, phrases, immediately I note it down in my phone and never
Mm.
write in diary on anywhere else. So I write on my phone and immediately type it and send it to my son. You know what happens. So whenever I call him, I chat with him or I send him something. So immediately it just popped up, it just pops up in front of me and I'm able to read it. Yeah, yeah, this is a word. So I
Mm.
always suggest people that this life is very, very precious and
Mm.
we should not waste our time and we should always try our we should put our best effort into just to get the superiority of life, just to be to reach to that level. If you are to this level, you have to reach to that level. Now that can be done only by putting your best effort.
Yeah, that is there is one quote of Bruce Lee which I want to share here. Like life itself is your teacher. You are in the way of constant learning. That is
Yeah,
the thing we
exactly.
have.
Yeah, every moment of life we are learning something. It
Learning
doesn't
something.
matter whether somebody is elder to you or younger to you. It doesn't matter. You can learn from everyone.
Mm. Yes.
So nice meeting you, Rakesh. I think we should end our conversation here because I need to some other engagements from 2 o'clock. So that's fine.
Okay. Okay.
So
Fine.
okay, best of luck for everything for your good life. Thank you. Thank you
Mm.
so much.
Thank you. Thank you, man. Bye. And bye. Next.
Bye. Bye.
Thanks for the conversation.
Yeah, yeah. Surely we will.